Hello, all my beautiful people. This is Little Hipster again with another video, of course. Love YouTube, love being on here, and so I'm just gonna keep on making these videos for you. If you've been following me, as you know, I just got done doing my scooter journey from here to Roanoke, Virginia, and it went really awesome. I recommend that you watch all those videos if you haven't yet. They're my very last few that I have on there. But anyways, I did want to mention this is the shirt that I rode in. If you recognize this, you might not. I thought about throwing it away when I first got home because it was just a nerdy, neon long sleeve t-shirt with just bug bodies on it, you know. And so I was gonna throw it away, but then I thought, well, what a shame to throw it away, you know. It's such a awesome, vibrant color, you know, and it's the shirt that I wore when I was on my journey, you know. So it could be special if I made it special, you know. And so I've been watching some t-shirt cutting videos on YouTube, and I learned how to cut a t-shirt. So I went ahead and cut it and did that, and it's real cool in the back too. But anyways, yeah. So from now on, I will have it, and it will be a special shirt for me. No doubt one of my favorites. Yeah, I got my snake on today too. It's my snake. Another thing that I wear a lot that you probably noticed is this necklace, and it's actually Leah Sophia jewelry. I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but it's a pretty good jewelry line. I like them. I call it, well, Leah Sophia calls it Moon Dance, but I wear this necklace every day, and it's just grown with me, and I've really made it my own. I added this guitar pick on here that I never take off, and one of the pearl pieces fell out of that middle piece right there. And Leah Sophia has a lifetime guarantee on their jewelry, and they say if it ever breaks, you can just send it in with the receipt and they'll fix it. But I kind of don't want to. I don't want them to fix it. I think I want to find something really cool to super glue right there. So I'm going to make it my own. And like I said, Leah Sophia calls it Moon Dance. I call it my power jewel, because that's what it is. I wear it every day, and it's my power jewel. Anyways, yeah, just feeling really good. This is my last day off that I have this week, and I have to go back to work, and I don't want to do it. But I ran across something on YouTube, actually, and I've ran across this before, and I don't know why I haven't done it yet. This is mainly going to be a dreadlock video for me here, but it's this dreadlock tag thing that everybody's been doing, and it's 20 questions that you answer on YouTube about your dreadlocks. And I don't know why I haven't done it yet. I should have done it on my dreadlocks 1-year birthday video, but I just didn't even think about it. But that would have, you know, given me some cool stuff to talk about. And yeah, I just didn't think about doing it, but I do want to do it now, because I just wanted to make a video today, and I thought, cool, I think that would be a good thing to do. So let me get started here. Where's the page at? Here we go. Alright. It says, question number 1. Do you remember the specific moment you decided to dread your hair? Where were you, and how did you feel? There were quite a few things that inspired me to dread my hair. First thing was the flood. Like I said in my dreadlock birthday video, when the flood here happened in Nashville, they were encouraging us not to shower as long as we possibly could, because our water supply was tainted, and we only had so much good drinkable water left for the whole city, you know. And of course my workplace took on 6 feet of water during the flood, so I was out of work for a month, and I was like, well, shoot, I don't have a job, I don't have anywhere to be, I don't have anyone to impress, so I'm kind of curious to see how long I can go without showering. And I did go about 5 days without showering. pretty gross. But my hair started getting really greasy. And I do remember the exact moment sitting there in my best friend Sarah's bathroom, just looking at my greasy hair and thinking, I wonder if I like took this front part and twisted it, I wonder if it would stay, you know? And I did, and it did stay. And so I was like, ooh, awesome, I'm going to do dreadlocks, you know? And so, and by the way, that's not the correct way to start dreadlocks, in case you're wondering. Don't just let your hair get really dirty. That's, it just doesn't work as well. But so I had my best friend Sarah, like I said, do the whole bottom half of my hair like that. And we were going to do the top half, but then the next day we went to go gut houses, and we didn't have time to do it. So, and then my hair just started getting grosser and grosser, so ultimately I just ended up brushing those out. And so then I had just had regular hair for a little while. And then there was a week where my cat took my hairbrush and dragged it into Cat World, which is under the couch. And I couldn't find my brush for like a week because it was in Cat World, and I didn't know. And so my hair started once again like dreading because I didn't know that as long as you kept washing it and conditioning it that it would still dread, but it will. If you wash it and just don't brush it, it will knot up and it will start to dread. But I didn't like those because there was like a big one and then like some little ones and like a big one. And so ultimately I ended up brushing those out too, and I was like, all right, the universe apparently is telling me that I need to do them for real. And the universe was right. Because after that, I Googled how to do it and had my best friend Sarah do them. And I've had them ever since. And I love them, and I don't regret it at all. That was a really long answer. Let's try to shorten these up. Number 2, what method... Oh, wait, there was a second part to that question. Do you remember the specific moment you decided to dread your hair? Where were you, and how did you feel? Like I said, I was in my best friend Sarah's bathroom, and I felt really sure of myself. And I felt like I'm a different person, and I needed something on the outside to show people that I'm a really different person without me always having to tell them and explain to them how different I am. So that's how I felt. Okay, question number 2. What method, if any, did you use to start your dreadlocks? Well, as I told you before, I bought a dread kit from dreadheadhq.com, and they pretty much preach the backcombing method, which if you want really nice, neat dreadlocks that are all relatively the same size and lock up really tight, that's usually the best way to go, and that's what I did. If you want a more like natural looking look, you can do twist and rip. I didn't really want a natural looking, natural, but I wanted them to look very, very nice and very uniform. So I did the backcombing method, and it took 5 hours, and it was really painful, but worth it. Number 3, how old are your dreadlocks? They just turned 1. And I'm probably going to have them for forever. So, yeah. Number 4, what is the length of your longest dread? That's hard to say. I would say probably one of my longest dreads is probably this guy right here. He's probably one of the longest because, you know, he's in the back and stuff. And my shortest is probably something like this one. This one's, it ended up kind of short just because it swelled up a lot and shrank a lot. So, do you have any dreads that are especially unique, strange, or awesome? I'll start with this one. This was the very first dread that we finished. And the tradition is sort of to name your first dreadlock. So I named her Murphy Brown. So that's Murphy Brown. You can always find her. She's right in the front. I think I just had my favorite one in my hand not too long ago. This one is just about my favorite one because it just turned out so well, It dreads really close to the root, and it's not very bumpy. It's real smooth, and it turned out to be quite a big fatty too. So yeah. Also, right here, when I had my dreads done a while back, like professionally done, we noticed that there were two starting to grow together, and that's these two. And I don't know if you can see the part on the camera where they are conjoined, but they do conjoin together right here, right where my thumb is there. So they're married. I think that's like all of them. Yeah. Actually, though, one of the two of these, let me see here, it was this guy right here, this one. For the longest time, I hated it because it was real loose and you could pull it apart really easily and it just wasn't locking up. I would look in the mirror and go like, I hate you, Dreadlock. But then this one day, I mean, I fell asleep overnight and then I woke up and it was just like this. And I was like, what the hell happened to you? But yeah, so that was kind of strange. How many dreads do you have currently? Is it the same number you started with? It's not the same number I started with. I started with 29 dreads, and then recently when I went in to go have my dreads done, we started a couple new ones, a couple new little baby ones here out of my undergrowth, because my undergrowth was long enough to dread, so I now have two more, so I now have 31 dreads. What shampoo or other products do you use in your dreads? I started using Dread Wax when they were brand new, but I don't use that anymore. And I use Dreadhead HQ shampoo. They just have a really good shampoo. It's just really basic, and it does the job. I also like to use the mango and lime spray. It like moisturizes and conditions. It just feels really good and smells really good. And I use aloe plant, like pure, like rip the leaf off, squirt it on my hair. Aloe plant. I think that's all the products I use. How often do you wash your dreads? Usually about every 2 days or so. Sometimes I'll go the whole week without washing them, which I know sounds really disgusting, but when you have these little sponges in your hair, they soak up all the oil, and so your hair is not nearly as oily. I could go for a week without washing these puppies, and my scalp doesn't get oily. But I do like to wash them every 2 days, just because it's just more comfortable like that, and I just feel cleaner. And they tighten up more when you wash them more. Do you do any regular maintenance? I used to when they were brand new, but since they turned a year old, there really hasn't been any need. They pretty much stay the same every day, and they're going strong now that I've gotten them really started and really going, you know. So the older they get, the more your maintenance just goes downhill. You don't need to anymore. What are your favorite beads or other decorations? I have this guy right here. I really like this bead. It's a big old glass bead. I used to have more in my hair, but I kind of took them out because my dreads started fattening up and they just weren't fitting anymore. Let me find it here. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. I don't know if you can see that, but that right there is my baby ring, which I used to wear when I was like 3 years old, I think, something like that. My mom got it for me. Now it fits like to right here on my pinky finger, but last time I was home, I found it, and I was like, oh, my baby ring. And I told Mom, I was like, I'm going to put it in my hair, you know? And she was like, all right, you're strange. But I did, and it stayed in there, and I love wearing it in there because it's something that's special to me. Also, my friend John, he's a sculptor, and he sculpts metal wire, and he has made me a dread wrap that I'm totally excited about, but he just has to mail it to me. But when I get that in the mail, I'll show it to you guys because he's a brilliant artist. John Vadenbrook. You should check him out. Let's see. If your dreads had their own personal motto, what would it be? It would probably be, chill out, man. Relax. Because that's what dreadlocks are. They're just relaxed. They go with the flow. They change. They evolve. You know, like they don't care about anything. They're just there. So that'll probably be their motto. If you could start a new set of dreads, would you do anything differently? Not really. I think the only thing I would really do differently is be more patient. Because in the beginning, there were some of my ends that weren't really locking up very well. They were just kind of straggly. And I got impatient with them and I just lopped them off. I was like, this is the good part, this is not so good, just cut it off. I kind of regret doing that now because they did shrink up a lot, and maybe I would have had a little more length had I not just whacked my hair off, you know. So I would be more patient. That's what I would change. Is there anything else unique about your appearance other than your dreads? Yeah. I got a nose piercing. I have my ears pierced. That's not that unique, though. Every girl has that. And I got some tats. Like I said, tats right there. I also have, let me see if I can do my shirt down far enough. This is YouTube. I'm not gonna. But I have a phoenix tattoo right here. You have to be a very special person to see that, though. I do not show that to everyone. Let me see. How many people do you know personally with dreads? I'm just going to guesstimate probably about 4 or 5 or so. And they're all really cool. I mean, anybody that I see with dreads, whether it be a stranger on the street or whatever, I stop them and I talk to them because we're all in a club, you know? So, and I've gotten to know more people with dreads because I have dreads. So, kind of a crazy thing. Have any employers turned you down for having dreads? Has anyone ever wanted you because of your dreads? No, I've had the same employer since I started my dreadlocks, and I researched the employee handbook before I did it, and all it said was that your hair has to be clean and not dyed any crazy colors, and it has to be groomed. And my dreadlocks are clean, they are not any crazy colors, and they are well groomed, so nothing they can do. And if they do, plus I have African American employees that work with me that have dreadlocks, and nobody seems to pay any attention to that, you know. But when a Caucasian person does it, I feel like it raises some eyebrows, you know. So I feel like if they wouldn't have let me do it, it would have been racial discrimination, and then I would have sued the pants off of them. So. Yeah, so they didn't mess with me. Has anybody ever wanted to employ you because of your dreads? No, but I did go to a casting call that needed young female actors with dreadlocks. That's what they wanted to cast. I didn't get the role because I'm really not that much of an actress. I do dabble in it just a little bit, but yeah, I just didn't get the role. That's alright. I'm a singer. What's the weirdest question you've gotten about your dreads? That's so hard to say. I do get a bunch of questions, and they're basically the same questions over and freaking over and over and over again. The weirdest. I don't know. They're all weird, to tell you the truth. I don't know why people would have questions about other people's hair. Dumbest question, funniest, and most common. I would say the most common question is how often do you wash your hair? Or do you wash your hair? Something like that, you know. Of course I wash my hair, people. Just to not wash your hair, that's gross. And it would make your scalp itch. That would just not pleasant. So, have you ever had a freak accident or embarrassing moment involving your dreads? Not that I can remember. Nope. Do you have any dreaded role models? Yes. Tanya K. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her, but you need to YouTube Tanya K. because she's amazing. She's got these long blonde dreadlocks, and she's a raw vegan, which I am sort of aiming to be, and she's also like an actress slash dancer, just a performer in general, and I just think that she's just so vibrant and just so brilliant. So yeah, she's my dreaded role model. What dreaded YouTubers could you see yourself hanging out with in real life? All of them. Because every dreaded person that I've ever seen on YouTube has just seemed so nice. So, yeah, any of y'all. I just love y'all. And if I ever meet you in real life, that'd be totally cool. And the final question, who are you going to tag in this video? I'm not going to tag anyone because all the dreaded people that I know and have subscribed to and am friends with on YouTube have already done this video, I think. But I'm going to do a verbal tag, and I'm going to say, if I don't know you on YouTube and I'm not subscribed to you or whatever, but you're watching my video right now and you have dreadlocks, I'm tagging you. So, yeah, this is my tag to you. So, do a video of your own. Okay? Bye-bye.